There's a football team who are rooted to the bottom of the professional leagues in Scotland, Clyde FC. They are a massive club who have won the Scottish Cup 3 times. They finished as high as 3rd in the top division behind just Celtic and Rangers. They have an incredible history, but they are currently a homeless football club. Originally from Glasgow, they played in a number of sites in Glasgow. For the majority of their life, they were at the legendary Shawfield ground, which now lays abandoned, as you can see on screen. I've made many videos about Clyde, covering them and their history and their plight, but things look as bad for them this season as they ever have, sadly. They are rooted to the bottom of League 2. They are currently 5 points adrift from safety, and they're going to have to pick up some points soon. New manager Ian McCall has come through the door. Things are looking up for the club, but they've got a lot of hard work to put in to ensure their survival this season. If Clyde were sharing with Hamilton prior to 2001, we'll be watching today's game where this Sainsbury's is. "30 seconds later and I am at the stadium, and yeah, I don't know how many people will actually be here today, given that Clyde have got 7 points. They're bottom of League 2. It's pissing down in the middle of December. League 2, Stranraer are the away team as well. They've got a long way to come, their fans.
I'm Paul Shanks, I'm Clyde's media correspondent.
And obviously Clyde are a massive club. They've won the Scottish Cup. They've finished as high as 3rd, I think, in the top tier of Scotland.
6 to 7, yeah.
What's happened in the last couple of years?
What hasn't happened, Sam? It's been a fairly quick downward trajectory again. It's not the first time in recent times that's been the case. It's largely down to finance, as is the case across most clubs at our level, but yeah, decisions as well. I think that's got to be said. Decision making hasn't always been great. Hopefully we've got it right now with Ian McCall coming in the door, and yeah, the only way is up, quite frankly.
And obviously one of the saddest parts for me when I look at Clyde's story is the stadium. Shawfield and the other places you'd have played even before Shawfield in the really early stages of the club, and such an old club as well, as it says on the badge, 1877. You then played at Broadwood Stadium, left there after around 20 years?
It was closer to 30, so it was just shy of 28 years, I think.
And then now you're sharing with Hamilton, where I think you've shared in the past.
30 years ago.
Yeah, exactly, when Broadwood was getting built, I think. And so you're back here now. Is there plans for a new stadium?
So yes, there is an ongoing relocation project, so looking to get the club back to Glasgow, and it's kind of heartlands, just about a mile to the south, I think, of Shawfield, at a site called Crown Point. Now that's obviously still ongoing, and we're still waiting for a decision on that. So that is the hope and the plan, that maybe within 4 or 5 years, the next time you come to Clyde, hopefully you come before then, but you're coming to, say, the opening day at Clyde's new stadium back in Glasgow. Yeah,
I'd love to see it. And obviously there's East Stirlingshire is a club that I've covered once or twice before. They now play at Falkirk Stadium after losing their traditional home. Death sentence is a bit too strong of a word, I think, but can you see something similar happening to Clyde if you don't get the new stadium approved?
100%. It's terrifying when you think about it. You just need to look at where we're at, and everything that's just surrounding it. Well, the decision to bring Ian McCall in was huge, and it's a testament, I think, to the plans for the club, because we are a homeless football club, and we've managed to get, in my opinion, a championship manager level. And it had to be that calibre of manager coming in, because we fall out or we don't kind of get ourselves out. There's a lot of very ambitious clubs looking for the next club to shoot down. Albion Rovers, East Stirling, sure, as you mentioned,
Cowdenbeath and Berwick as well.
None of them have even came close to coming back up, and there is that very real fear. On the flip side, to be a bit more positive if I can, I do feel that now with Ian McCall in charge and a big January window hopefully to come, there'll be real kind of green shoots of recovery, I think. Pretty good stadium facilities wise for Clyde to use, and it sounds like
For them, they're fairly happy to be here just now, but I've got everything crossed for them that they do eventually get Crown Point sorted in Glasgow, and they can return to Glasgow, because they are a Glasgow club, and I'm sure there's a lot of fans of the younger generation who probably don't even realise they're a Glasgow club. But the name Clyde, the Clyde River, the badge even has the River Clyde on it.
It's always been a bit weird, especially being from Cumbernauld and having that place, but Clyde always being a Glasgow club and now being in Hamilton. Hopefully the future's a bit brighter, that they will get a permanent home in where they come from.
Callum.
Zavid.
You're Stranraer supporters?
Yeah, well, I am. He's a supporter.
Okay.
First Stranraer game,
So, how you live in Glasgow? You tell me.
Yeah.
How do you live in Glasgow but support Stranraer?
My dad supports Stranraer, but he's just been taking me since I'm young and that. So.
Amazing. You're a Rangers fan.
Yeah.
What do you and all the rest of your mates think about him being a Stranraer fan? Do you take the piss or?
yeah, we take the piss quite a lot.
Now just check this out, this is one of the most interesting comparisons between the two teams today. Stranraer in blue and Clyde, the home team, in red. Look at this, the 1966-67 season was a big one for Scottish football because, British football and, well, European football. Celtic were European champions that season. And look at the league table that year. Celtic were top with 58 points, Rangers closely behind on 55, but look who came third that year ahead of Aberdeen, Hibs, Dundee, Kilmarnock, Dundee United. It was Clyde. Clyde were third that year on 46 points, only 12 points behind European champions Celtic. If we look at the second division that season, Stranraer finished 15th. So Clyde were the third best team in Scotland the year that Celtic won the European Cup. They were just a few points behind them, and now they are below Stranraer quite significantly in League 2, and that is a comparison. Look at where Stranraer used to be. Clyde have scored. I've been a lucky charm this season. I could be here for Clyde as well. So there's a good section of fans just singing over here. So despite all the moves from Glasgow to Cumbernauld to Hamilton, there's still like a lot of fans that come and even like generate an atmosphere. There's more fans here than what I thought there'd be. But yeah, 1-0 to Clyde, and a lot of their songs still actually involve hating Thistle and playing against Hibs and Celtic and Rangers and stuff. So they are a really big club, and they're 1-0 up against Stranraer here. Can this be the turnaround they need this season to survive League 2 and then move their way back up to the top tier where they belong? Stranraer hit back. There's a few Stranraer fans over there have made the journey, maybe 40, 50 of them. Fair play, it is a long way to come. It's 1-0 here, a goal apiece. Great finish, and it is 2-1 to Clyde just before the break. Half time. huge result for Clyde if they can keep this up in the second half.
I'm John, I'm one of the volunteers for Clyde. I'm currently on commentary today.
And I won't take up too much of your time because the second half's about to start, and I know you've got to get back to comms, but 2-1 up right now. What would 3 points mean today?
Oh, it would mean everything. We're chasing Elgin, currently sitting bottom, 5 points off them, so keeping a close eye on East Fife Elgin score, as well as hoping the boys do the job today.
Amazing, and the second half has literally just kicked off, but last question for you. You've played in a lot of different stadiums, Clyde. You're now at Hamilton, you're ground sharing here. If Crown Point comes off, and that is your new home, what would it mean to the club?
Oh, it would mean everything, because growing up I was watching the boys at Broadwood, and now moving here, so I've seen two grounds in my lifetime. But if we got Crown Point and we're able to build a stadium there, it's a base for us to be able to, first of all, make revenue, but secondly, a place to properly call home. And Clyde have never had their own home. We've
Not
always
since
rented,
Shawfield.
so
Yeah.
we've always rented, even Shawfield. So
Oh, that was rented as well?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
so
right.
it'd be great to actually own our own place and be able to do what we want with it, really. James Rowland to bring on.
Oh, what a touch. Travelling fans. Journey's worth it for them. 2-2 now. What a game, 2 amazing games in a row. Wraith v Thistle last night and then this today. Oh, that's wild. Oh, imagine that was an assist. Oh. 2-2. Bit disappointing, I suppose, after half time. Looking like you could have had 3 points.
Led
Not
twice.
long left now. Yeah. Led twice, like you say.
Led twice, 2-2. Not getting beat, I suppose that's a positive. But yeah, there's been some poor defending at both goals. There's been a few good touches, and then the next thing's to give the ball away, but it doesn't get any further away, and Elgin are losing, so a point closer to them. So
Yeah.
that's always
Are you seeing some positives then in the team since Ian McCall's come in?
manager that's got that experience, knows what he's doing. No offence to big Brian McLean, but just not cut out for it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, positives, and
Yeah.
there's hopefully some good news coming in January, so not long to wait.
There we go. 2-2. What did you think of the game today?
It was really good.
Yeah, it was really
we loved
good.
it.
It was a good game.
2-2 draw?
Yeah,
I'll take
we'll
a draw.
Take a draw, yeah.
Do you think Clyde will survive this season?
Yeah.
Yes, only good things. There's nothing bad to say about Clyde anyway, though, is there?
Please like and subscribe.
Yes, what this man said. Yes.
Subscribe to Footy Adventures.
Share to anyone you know. I
Yes.
know. Keep your notifications on.
You must be fairly happy with the point, considering some of the results of other teams around you today.
Relatively happy with a point. I think we believe we should have won the game, but it's just the way things are going just now. I think during the game when we're 2-1 up, there's an opportunity to go 3 and maybe take control of the game, but
Yeah.
it's just the way things are going now. Quite disappointed, to be honest.
And there was a pretty good turnout here today, considering where the club are and obviously a few stadium moves in recent years. Do you have a message to some of the fans who come along to these games?
It's always a good turnout. They always bring a good energy. It's massively appreciated for us. I know it's hard sometimes being a Clyde fan with the ups and downs and the way it is just now, but they can be assured that everyone's grafting, everyone's working hard, everyone's trying. There's nobody that's in there not trying. It's just results aren't going away just now.
And like I said, just at the start of this interview, a few of the teams around you lost today, 4 for Elgin. Are you still confident then that the lads will go on and stay up this season?
100%. I think the new gaffers came in, brought a bit of energy, he's changed the way we play a little bit. He's made it known that he's looking to make changes in January as well. So boys are really working hard and have to prove a point now.
There we have it, a really important point for Clyde today. I'm sure that'll give the lads a bit of a boost, a bit of confidence. Sounds like there's going to be some changes in January to the club, so it could be a big second half to the season for them, and it's going to have to be, because all the teams that have gone down to the Lowland League from League 2 in recent years haven't even looked close to coming back. And yeah, I do worry for Clyde. I've covered East Stirlingshire before. They're without a home, they're in the Lowland League, they struggle to get big crowds in a fairly big stadium in Falkirk, and there are big similarities between where Clyde are now and where East Stirlingshire have been in the past, and if Clyde want to avoid going down into the non-leagues and struggle to come back, they're going to have to survive this year. But I hope you've enjoyed this story, and it's highlighted a few of the struggles that Clyde have currently. If you're from Hamilton, in and around Glasgow, anywhere like that, make sure you go and support Clyde, go and see them play and show your face at the stadium. I'm sure they'd love to have you there. I'll leave a couple of videos on screen. One will be Clyde related and one will be a foreign video. So if you're sick of my winter Scottish videos and you want to see something a bit more exotic, click on that one. If not, then there's another Clyde video on screen. Thank you so much and goodbye.